Most welcome to the Voice of Evolution. I am Preview. And so today I'd like to talk about that very item, which is social distancing, and many people getting into a level of shock or a level of high misunderstanding and miscommunication. I don't know where that you are living. Anyways, I'm in Belgium, and everything works so differently in every country. But what I see with the shops opening up here is there's hardly anyone in the shops, except for the very cheap shops that are actually not crowded either. So people really fearing each other, and people not being interested in consumerism and all that stuff, which may be perhaps a good sign because we don't need as much as we think that we need. But anyways, let me know what is happening over there. So also with my individual sessions and my clientele, I experience a lot of fear, anxiety, through the levels of not knowing how to deal with stuff on the job, at home, with family members, and getting to know them better, with friends and getting to know them better. So the message here is actually spiritual distancing and keeping away from damaged, very damaged brains and narcissists, and that are playing out rampantly. As we can see, a lot more comes through the news, and it's actually not solutions, it's more getting into the highest levels of illusions and manipulation, and looking for family members that may have COVID and all that nonsense. But anyways, they will look for more and more in order to lock the human kingdom or the human brains completely up and to make them function as robots. But hey guys, you are strong, you're mentally strong, you can do it and you get over it. As I said many times before, it is just the matrix playing out, so keep yourselves out of the matrix, especially by installing these crystalline grids. So here, let's take an example. When having trouble with your emotional content or stuff popping up, like, or people on the job or wherever in society questioning you, or having a conversation about something that triggers your essence, then please say no. Nobody is interested in you. It's all selfishness, it's all geared towards mental, psychological, emotional abuse. And so a very good way to spiritually take distance, not within particularly, but a spiritual distance from nonsense beyond the fear. A good way or an easy way to do that would to open up your heart centers to the aquamarine way, and that is extreme high in potential, because the aquamarine team, along the immortal and eternal teams, are fusing the earth. And whenever you connect with them and open up an aquamarine grid around your field, so let it stream through your spinal cord, open it up just as high as possible above your crowning glory, and let it expand into squares, or preferably triangle, a triangular grid in the aquamarine way, and just breathe that through. I have here an aquamarine that is from China, and so it connects with consciousness. It was from near to the Yellow Mountains up there, which is a very high altitude crystal to work with, but maybe very heavy for some people. So I would strongly like to give you the advice to I have another one. You see that little one? That is an aquamarine from Afghanistan. So the country is very important. Most of the time we all get easy gemstones and crystals from India, but they are not open yet to vibration. They have been closed off and killed, at least their consciousness, and that's another story. So I would advise at least try to get one, a small aquamarine from Afghanistan, and set up your protective grid. Now, the aquamarine way, that goes back in the ultimate protection to the elevation of your crystalline Christ light, which is a very high potential, which the entity known as Jesus, or today he is Archangel Zachary, brought to the planet to open up your crystalline consciousness, and was settled with many crystals at that time. Most people do not know about, and that these are really the crystals from Arkansas. If you have one of these, carry them with you all of the time. That is super power, because what will happen in the next decade, as I'm talking here, we are about entering half of May, I guess, and people find themselves in distress and losing their consciousness, losing their power. So really get that crystalline, breathe aquamarine through, invite, allow the aquamarine ray through your in and out breath, and let it circulate around your energy field. And so that is ultramarine protection, but also it will release or detect the energies, that tension we may have in emotions. It may release that quite easily if you just breathe aquamarine throughout the day, and to make that a little more powerful, which is very great, to just eliminate any negativity and density around you from people, from anything. You can just allow the words Yod, De, Vav, Hey. Yod, De, Vav, Hey. Yod, De, Vav, Hey, as you can see written over here. It comes from the Hebrew and is the highest level of vibration you can bring through the body, and you can allow these Hebrew letters to open, and I'll breathe them in and run them through your spine. Yod, Vav, Hey, Yod, Vav, Hey. So whenever you encounter negativity or inappropriate interaction with your essence, just breathe in that aquamarine grid to the spine and say within Yod, Vav, Hey, Yod, Vav, Hey, Yod, Vav, Hey. You will experience that anything that particular person or group of people would say to you will have no effect. It will completely detect it, and you will see that you don't even understand what they are saying, which is great. So I would highly suggest try that aquamarine protection. It is so powerful and so easy to do. Okay, so here today, just breathe in, have an aquamarine. They are cheap, but make sure it's from Afghanistan. Okay, you will find them most places. And the best way is always to ask where it comes from, and without telling the person you're buying it from what you really want, because you know the lies are wild these days. Okay, so you protect yourself from narcissism, you protect yourself from duality, you protect yourself from negativity, you protect yourself from abusing people. And this is really such a potent technique, and that, I mean, get it in your body. Even if you have a troubled time with kids, with youth, with your spouse, with friends, just do that in the inner world, so you learn to work with your inner world, and you will see that your negative vibes will just dissipate and go and go and go. So breathe in, aquamarine. Open your breath and allow it with your out breath to move all around your energy field until it really creates a wonderful grid. Breathe in, hold, and see while you hold it that the letters Yo, De, Va, Hey enter your brain. You can see them as gold or aquamarine. Gold means you move out of the old. Gold is the alchemy. Gold is very strong in ley lines, should you not be used to appropriately apply meditation. So if this is the first time for you, you work with light, so really set yourself like 10 minutes in the morning. Call for the crystalline grids in the aquamarine grid and way, and just breathe it in with your intention. And as you breathe out, you surround yourself with a grid, squares or triangles, and you will see how peaceful you already get to that. And then you keep on saying while you're breathing, Yo, De, Va, Hey, Yo, De, Va, Hey, Yo, De, Va, Hey. And the way you tone it will bring changes in your energy field as well. So that is really, really fantastic to experience these changes. Just try it out, and let me know what happens with you when consciously doing it. It changes your psychology, it changes your mentality, and you have a better grasp of what is really happening, and you have an easier time to move beyond the illusion. So that is a very great technique. I've been putting out how to set up your chakra system with the first 12 ways of creation, with an initiation I'm sorry, in each chakra with the correct color code, and a download of the correct crystal in order to allow each chakra to start crystallizing. So I hope it's, I posted this yesterday. I hope you open that up and really do that for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, until you know it by heart and can load that every morning very, very easily. At least you have something to cling on to, because it is becoming a necessity to move out of the illusion, out of the captivity of the matrix, out of that laziness that has been creating, and out of the mind control or the manipulation that will get more and more stronger. So when you do that and then you move through that aquamarine way, just tell yourself, Yo, De, Va, Hey, then in the end you will see automatically an aquamarine grid surrounding you. You notice my voice, I already get so calm, but I've been teaching that for 15 years. And it is actually neuropsychology, and moving in the future science with this is really the goal. So here, do it at least 10 minutes. And feel aquamarine, see aquamarine, allow aquamarine. It is such a deep and just vibration for these times. And if you have people in distress, family members, members that are suffering from any disease, teach them this. It is so simple. Really, or for kids, get these 4 letters to the kids and make a transparent design, and let them color them in, let they chant it. I've been teaching that in my powerful hip-hop and yoga classes, and kids, they go so fast, they can teach you with it, and they will play around with it, which is the goal. We are opening this new era. Please be open to it. It is a necessity to go with the divine self-protection. I am aquamarine self-protection. I am aquamarine self-protection. I am aquamarine self-protection. And in the meantime, you become that very soft fight that can easily detect what is wrong and what is righteous to do. Because oftentimes as we listen to the news and all that nonsense, we can get crazy if we don't have these light techniques and moving into the Justice Department of Spirit. Also, I have seen in my meditation this morning, like when I load aquamarine and 20 other ways, you don't have to do that yet, just start out with aquamarine. And I called for the white justice system, or the white beam of light straight to your spinal column. Just breathe that in. That I've seen like a tree, an aquamarine tree, or Christmas tree with spokes, aquamarine spoke, and I was turning around just like a den, become den, the Zen den. You become the Zen den with aquamarine, actually. You hear that? I'm surprised by myself. It works so quickly because I'm used to working with light energies, techniques, and thus the science of the divine, or the science of spirit, for 20 years now. So you may move that as you go quicker into the Yodivafe, and you call for the justice system, for example, in this or this or this situation, just on your jaw. You breathe in and you see that tree circling with the spokes like wheels of light, and you command justice, and you do that for 10 minutes, 2 times a day. Watch the big change in your job. Oh my, that is really, really big, what you should experience. Just try it. Let me know what you experience. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know if you did align to the 12th chakra system, how it feels and how it can change you. And do it at least 1 week until it gets integrated and you know everything by heart. So really, protect yourself. I am aquamarine, protect, direct. I am aquamarine, protect, direct. Even when you make lunch or you have a shower, whatever, when you're behind the computer, I'm aquamarine, direct, protect. I'm aquamarine, direct, protect. And so you practice and you practice and you practice, and you change completely. Very extraordinary, strong for all our nurses and doctors in hospital. Would they be open? Let me know. Okay. Take yourself to a higher level. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, especially for subscribing, ringing the bell. Comment, please. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you would like to know. Let me know so I can answer more and more and more. Remember, I'm not in a revolution. I am the voice of evolution. I am preview. Okay. Thank you. Take care and do that. Direct protection. Okay. Connection.